All right, our next example is not in your textbook, but it's similar to the one that we just saw in the last video. It's example 1b, I'm going to call it parentheses b, because it's like 1b, but it's not in your textbook. And we're going to start by drawing our triangle. This time is triangle LMN. And so we're going to need to modify the letters in our law of sines formula for sure. The measurements that we have are as follows. This side is 7. This side is 9, and one of the other angles that we know is down here, angle N is 43 degrees, and L is our unknown. So clearly we're using angle L and angle N, so those are the letters we're going to modify with our formula. Our formula then looks like this: sine of L over little l, and rather than just writing a one-looking letter there, I'm going to write a little script L so you can tell the difference. Script L is going to be 9, and little n is going to be 7. So sine of L over L is going to equal sine of capital N over little n. And filling in what we know, we have the following. Sine of L is our unknown, so we're going to leave that as our variable. Little l is 9. Sine of n is actually sine of 43 degrees. And over n is going to be over 7. We have a proportion. Everything, all the time, whenever we have a proportion, we always cross multiply. So we're going to cross multiply, and we get 7 times sine of L is going to equal 9 times sine of 43 degrees. Okay, so as we look at this equation to start solving for L, we need to first solve for sine of L. And so we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by the number in front of that quantity, sine of L, which is 7. We get sine of L is equal to 9 times sine of 43 all over 7. And now I would go ahead and use my inverse sign to get that quantity in parentheses. Inverse sign of all of what sine of L was equal to before. And then this is the point where I would start using my calculator. And my sine inverse function gives me 61 degrees here. So that's my answer, is my 61 degrees. As always, we need to make sure that this makes sense. So we check out the relationship between the larger angle and the larger side and see if that holds true. In this case, the side information that I have is that L is greater than N. And so that means that the measure of angle capital L should be greater than the measure of angle capital N. And we'll go ahead and put in the values that we know. We know N from our diagram, so we're going to put that over here, and that is 43 degrees. And does the answer that I got for L end up being greater? And we would say, yes, it does. So this answer, we can be assured, makes sense. So that's the second example with law of sines, knowing two sides and another non-included angle and trying to find another angle in the triangle. Those two examples hopefully helped you understand enough to flip your whisk over and go ahead and attempt that third problem from your textbook. You do not have a video to show you, but the solution is at the bottom of that page as the others have been, so you can go ahead and check out and see if you are all set with knowing what you need to do there. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, have a good day.